Hey, this is Lux, and I want to show you something that I feel will improve your workflow. It's a pretty bold statement, but there's actually one little feature of this remote. It's the Wacom Express Key. That's $99, but and almost exclusively used in the graphic design world for their tablets. So you're writing with one hand, and you're controlling brush sizes, zoom levels, rotation of the canvas, and then you can assign these buttons to other keyboard shortcuts. But why can we not use this in our DAWs or even in our plugins? So I look forward to showing you a few cool things you can do with this. The Wacom Express Key remote has 4 inner keys, 8 outer keys, 5 keys around the ring, and the ring can also have 3 separate functions. And each of these keys you can assign to keyboard shortcuts. A wireless USB receiver connects it to your computer. The remote has a rubber back, power switch, you charge it from USB. It's thin and fits nicely in your hand. It's not cheap, it's $100, but if it increases your productivity, then it's money well spent. Within the Wacom application panel, you can see I have some applications here that I've assigned to the remote. This is also where you have access to programming the express keys. You have access to the outer keys. There are lots of cool options here. You've got clicks, keyboard shortcuts, modifiers, navigation, applications, and so on. Too much to cover here. Same with the inner keys. And the touch ring itself is unique. You can do volume, scrub. Now the on-screen controls, that's something special, and I'll tell you about that here in a minute. Even though I'm inches away from the computer itself, I love the idea that I can turn over, stare at this inexpensive monitor I found, put the VST up on the screen. I've mapped its parameters, the ones I want to use, to this MIDI keyboard. But there are always certain things, at least for me, there's always been a couple of things that require me to spin around, grab the mouse, click it, and then spin back around. And this actually has turned out to eliminate most of that for me, as you'll see right now. So if you find yourself clicking through presets, just assign a left click to the button, hover your mouse over the area that you want to click, and then just press that button and it will cycle through the presets at least one direction. Now, granted, some VSTs let you cycle through the presets with a MIDI keyboard or using a MIDI controller like the Push 2, but some VSTs don't, and you're left clicking through with your mouse. And here's something cool. With the on-screen controls, you can build a radial menu with the keyboard shortcuts, recall it anytime you want. There's a list option as well. Yeah, obviously I've only scratched the surface on the things you can do with this, but there are lots of different devices out there that aren't designed for audio production that we can use to our benefits. So be curious to know if you found anything, and if it's something I have or might get in the future, I'll be happy to do a video on it. So take care. I'll see you next time.